Paulette from Back to Basics Mom here. So today I want to share with you a short video about how you get your files that you created on the Canvas website by Brother for our scan and cuts actually onto either a USB stick or to save it in the proper place on your computer so your scan and cut can access it. So first thing I'm going to do is I am going to stick in a USB stick, the one that I have been using lately. And I'm going to go over to my download file because that's where most of my stuff goes when I save it. That's where it all goes when I save it off of the Canvas site. Now, if you forget what you named it, which I sometimes do, a little trick is you go up here to View, Sort By, and then if you go Date Created, and as long as it's under descending, then it'll show up right at the top. So this is, and I can tell because when I hover over it, today's date shows up. So I am going to right click on that. I am going to hit copy. Now I am using a Windows 10 computer, so if you have a Mac or whatever, it's going to be a little bit different, but I'm using Windows 10. So then I'm going to go over here and I'm going to go to USB disk F because I know that's what it is because I just stuck it in there, and I am going to do paste. So then when I click on this, I can see holiday tree tag. You can see I got a lot of other stuff on here, but I have my holiday tree tag, which is what I want. Now I'm going to leave that in, and I'm also going to put it into a folder on my computer, so if I want to use my USB cord that is directly from my computer to my scan and cut, and I'm just going to turn my scan and cut on. It is plugged in via a USB cord to my laptop, and I'm basically going to do the same thing, and I actually don't have to copy it again, but I'm going to. So I'm going to go to my downloads, and there it is right at the top. I'm going to right click, copy, and this one is USB, this one is E, and again I'm just going to right click and paste. So now I know, because I know the USB E, it's in my E slot, that is the one that is connected to my scan and cut. Now if you are not sure where to put it, here's a quick easy way. I'm gonna, because when you have a USB stick you always want to do a eject. So that's the scan and cut, and then that is the other one. So I'm going to eject those. So, and I'm going to unplug the scan and cut. Now, an easy way to do this so you know which is what and where to put it is pull up your file, go to your downloads, do your copy. Now you don't know where to put it. Now with this open, you're going to plug it in and you're going to watch what new is going to pop up on the screen over here. See? USB drive E. So that I know is my scan and cut machine. It's already in there. Otherwise I would just right click again and hit paste. But it's already in there, so I'm not going to do that. So now that's an easy way to do it so you don't, because I lose track sometimes which one is which. So that is how you get it where you need it. Now I also am going to put this, I have a file for my Brother Scan and Cut items. So see Brother Scan and Cut stuff. I am going to open that, and actually I'm going to go back and I'm just going to right click on that and I'm going to hit paste. So then I know what's in my main Brother file as well. So now if I go here, I can look under holiday. I got lots of stuff in here. I got to organize a little bit. Holiday tree tag right there. So all set. And close out. And now we're ready to go over to the machine. So I'm going to sign off from this video and we'll slide over to the other one. See you in a minute. Bye. Okay, we're back, and I'm gonna show you how to get that file that we just moved around in our file folders on our computer that we downloaded from Canvas and use them on our machine. So my USB stick is still attached to the machine, and I still have the cord from my laptop plugged into the machine as well, because I'm going to show you both ways. So we're going to go to Pattern and Saved Data, and first we're going to do the USB. The USB is easiest, and you just are going to scroll down, and the trees we did today are this one, Holiday Tree Tag. Now we can print, we can cut one, we can cut all, doesn't matter. Right now I'm going to go back to home because I want to show you how to get that off of the computer. But if we wanted to print from here, we just go OK, we'd scan our mat, hit OK, and cut. But we're not going to do that. So I'm going to go back to the home, OK. I'm going to go to Pattern again, Save Data again, click on the laptop one, and because our file is in that E file on the computer, it's right here, and it looks pretty much exactly the same, so we can do whatever we want from here. So I do not want to print all of these. I only want this one. So I'm going to hit OK, and I'm going to delete the ones that I don't want. And you got to go up here, and I'm going to delete, OK, and I'm going to delete that one, OK, and I'm going to delete that one. I only want this one, and I'm going to hit OK. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to scan my mat because I want to cut as many of those out of my paper as I can. And you do this the same way no matter where you pull your file from. And then we're going to save it with a full page. So take this off. I just put it behind my machine because I have a little thing there that blocks stuff sometimes, so I want to cover that up. A little piece of wood there. So I'm just lining this up, and I need to re-stick my mats, so I am actually going to use a brayer to get my paper stuck down really good. This has been working really good for me right now until I can get my mats restuck. It's just been really humid here, and it takes forever for it to dry, so I have kind of been putting off re-sticking my mats. So I'm going to hold this up so I can see it. I'm going to zoom back out. Sorry about the shaky where I've got my camera is not the best. So let's see if I can do this so you can see it. So I am going to load my mat, and then I need to scan my mat. Okay. So now what I'm going to do is I want to get as many of those on this paper as I can. So I'm going to go here, and figures, I can't remember. I need to go to this one and number. That's what I want. So I want as many as I can get. So let's see. Let's see if we can fit 12 on there. Okay. So then you go to this, go to that, hit OK. Okay, then I want to do this. See, it lines them all up. Now, it is coming off of my page a little bit, so I am going to have to move these just a smidge, and sometimes you can tighten them up and fit more even. But for simplicity today, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to hit OK, and then you got to hit this again, and then you can move them around. So see that red box there? That means I can move it around. Actually, what you can do is we'll go here, we'll group it. No, that's wrong. We'll go here, do this. They're all grouped as a group. Now I can move the whole thing. I do not have to move them individually. Now you can see the black lines are all on the green, and if you want to go in a little closer, you go like that, and you can scan and you can see. Now A lot of times when I'm not doing this on a video, I will scooch all these in a little bit closer just to show you how you can really save paper, but for today I'm going to leave it like this. Now, before I cut, I'm going to save this. So if I want to come and cut a whole sheet of these again, I can just do that. I don't have to mess around with all these extra steps. I'm going to save, and I'm going to save it. I want to save it to my USB this time, and I want new. Unfortunately, it doesn't let you select a file name, but I don't want to overwrite it. I want a new because I still want that single tree and I want the group. So I'm going to do new. And there it's saved. And now we can cut. Okay, so now what you want to do, especially, this is not such a big deal, but if you're cutting anything that's super fine, before you take the mat off, you want to make sure they all cut completely. So I am just going to pop them off before I even take the mat out. Because if you have really fine details and it hasn't cut, when it's like this, you can just run it straight through again. So, and it looks like mine are all fine. And a lot of people have like one spot on their mat that doesn't seem to cut as well. And mine is kind of like right in this area. I have done a cut. I have to do some more calibration. I haven't messed around with it too much because I've been getting around it and it's not too bad. But these are coming off nicely. So I'm just going to do that. I'm going to unload my mat because I know that they're good. But before I close out of this, I do want to show you real quick what I meant about manipulating your design so everything is a little bit closer together. And I'm going to see if I can zoom in a little bit. See if it lets me. Sorry about the shaky. So, I'm going to go back. See, I can manipulate all of these. So if you want to get them really tight, you can move these however you want, and you can get them super tight together. So if you want to save as much paper as possible, you can. And then we can go here. I'm going to click over here just so you can see, and then we can zoom. So you can see if anything is touching, and you can zoom in again even. So I can see that on that other one, it kind of looked like stuff was touching, but it isn't. I was not being real super careful. And this is kind of a pain, but again, once you do it, you can save it. And before you save it, make sure it fits on your, 12 by 12 sheet of paper, and you're good to go. So I'm not going to move them all around today, but I just wanted to show you that you can manipulate them, and you can twist them and turn them as well. So, like, you can see, you can turn any way you need to to fit things in tight if you want to really mess with it. And again, once you do that and fill up your sheet, you just save it as the full sheet, and then you don't need to do that again every single time. So I'm going to back out because I am done. Those patterns are still saved on my USB stick and on my computer. Now, one thing I did notice, and this is just personal preference, is these cut out a little bit bigger than I was planning on, but that's okay. I can still totally make use of them, but if I want to, I can go into Canvas, or even on here, I can make them smaller. And hey, you know what? I'm going to show you how to do that. How do I take those off? Let's go back in and find my stylus pattern. Save data. We're just going to go to this one. And holiday tree tag. Okay. Let's get back to that's the one I want. So I'm going to delete that one. Yes, delete that one. Delete, yes, delete that one. Delete that one. Okay. I want to delete that. Ugh. Sorry, I'm losing track of what I'm doing here. Delete. Yes. Okay, so I just want this one. Now I want to control the size. So if you want to keep your aspect ratio, which I do, you can just subtract or minus here. So I want it a little smaller. It doesn't matter which one because it's going to keep its ratio. So I want it, I think, right about there. And hit OK. And hit OK. And then I can cut just the one. Or again, if I want to go in and make a full page of them, I can. So you just go here. Okay. Okay, let's try this again. I know you're getting sick hearing that. Anyway, okay, figured it out. So I got all my 12 trees right where we stopped before. Go here, do this. Okay. Okay, go here. Pick which one you want. You can do that one. And you see, get a lot more room. So we could actually add maybe 4 or 5 more. So let's go back. We're going to go back here. I'm going to go here, and I'm going to add 4 more. And let's see if it will line them up. Ha! It did. So that way I've got 16 on there, and if I were to mess around with this a little bit more, I could fit even more. So I'm going to add 1 more. So there, I've got it right there. And I'm going to try and see if I can fit it up there. I got to flip it around. Try to do 90 degrees. Okay. Okay. I'm going to have to zoom in a little here. Now this is also going to depend on your paper if you have a full sheet. But yeah, I fit one more on there. So there you go. And if you give me a minute, I'll get us another piece of paper and we will cut them out again. Just going to scan my paper in so I make sure I get things placed properly. Okay, they're coming off the top of the mat just a little bit. Don't know if you can see that, so we're just going to adjust everything. So I'm going to do that, and then let's just zoom in. I think that's okay. It's kind of hard to see sometimes. Okay, and then I do want to zoom in again just to make sure the things that I moved around are not overlapping and I don't see any overlap. Okay, so we are going to cut these out. Okie dokie. And I'm just going to go ahead and unload my mat because I am sure all of those cut just fine. And again, I can save that as the big grouping. And let's see what these look like. Okay. Now look at that. Isn't that cool? Look at how much we got out of there. All of that. We have all of these trees. And this is the first one we made. Right here. And then this is the second one. So you can see. Yeah, let's see if you can see. So this is the first one we made. And that is the second one. So they're both super cute. Now, I'm not sure what I'm going to do with these. I might emboss them and I'll probably make them into tags like some of the other tags I made. But that will be for another video. And I just want to show you also, like, this is what's left of that second sheet. We got 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. And I think I could have got more out of it. And then 12 out of the first one. So this first one still has some scraps that I could utilize. But this is from the first one. So that's awesome. And now the cool thing is we got it designed. I have it set up on the machine. So if I want to cut more, I just slap a piece of paper down and run it through and cut away. I don't have to do any more figuring and stuff. I mean, this video is what, like, I don't know, 20 minutes, half hour, something like that. But that's with a ton of fiddling, you know, messing with stuff, figuring out how I'm going to do it. You know, next time I do it, it's just like put the paper down, go. So that's pretty awesome if you ask me. So I think that's all I have for you right now. Thank you so much for stopping by. Find something crafty to do. If you like this video and want to see more, please hit subscribe right down there. And have a great day. See you later.